Hi, I'm David Burke with McNaughton-McKay. Today you will be learning about Optix Runtime and Device Sizing Tool. I'm going to show you how to use the FactoryTalk Runtime Sizing Tool and the recently released Device Sizing Tool. First, I'm going to navigate over to FactoryTalk Hub and sign in. Wait a few seconds and it will load to this home screen showing my apps in the cloud. Click on FactoryTalk Optix. Wait a few seconds again and hit cancel unless you want to open up Optix Studio on the web. Up at the top of the screen, click on Runtime Sizing. This is where it will give you an estimate of the number of tokens you need based on the information you put in. Let's go ahead and select which presentation works best for you. Few options here. You can choose a native client, web client, or both. When you select the web client, there are multiple tiers depending on how many different web clients you need to access it. Step 2 is where you select the specific features you want, such as alarming, recipes, and so on. What is neat about this tool is, let's say you don't know what a certain feature is, you just hover your cursor over it and it gives you a brief description. For my features, I'm going to choose database and check embedded, which actually costs 0 tokens, a cool feature embedded in Optix. I also want an ODBC connection to my Microsoft SQL server and just one connection there. Click Next. Step 3 is your controller connections, where you choose how you are communicating and how many connections you have. Let's go with Rockwell Ethernet IP and say we have a single connection. One thing to note, if you're using Rockwell hardware, then it subtracts a token. Step 4 is if you have OPC UA client or server, and you can see the number of tokens varies with the number of clients or servers you will need to accept or connect to. Step 5 is the final step where you preview your choices and it shows you which package you fall under. Finally, you choose which support you want and you're set from there. Once we figured out our runtime size, let's go back up to the navigation tab and click on device sizing. This will run us through a calculator showing us the size device and computer we need. The first step is it gives you the following list of options to select what items you need and the amount of which you need. Let's just say I have 500 tags, 2 structured tags, 3 alarms, 2 data loggers with 6 variables logged, 2 event loggers with 1 event logged, and 3 recipes with 7 recipe variables. So if you look at my memory usage now, it didn't go up much. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. The next step is determining which screen and how many of these screens you need. For example, are you going to have a somewhat simple low-density screen looking like this? Or are you going to have a high-density screen with more than 300 graphic items looking like this? Give your best estimate and go from there. I'm going to go with 170 screens just because. Now once I click Next, it is going to recommend the best device pertaining to the application needs I just input. Alright, I clicked Next and it recommended the Optix panel standard. It includes the estimated memory of the system and the Optix panel, even including the estimated startup time, which is nice to put the mind at ease. It provides a link that you can click and go to the device page to look at more information, and it also shows the other viable options that could be used if you don't want to go the Optix panel route. I'm going to stick with the Optix panel, and there you have it. That is the new device sizing tool. Thank you for watching this presentation. If you have any questions, please contact your local sales representative or visit us online.